Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. It is game two of it's the first series of the Sunbros tournament. We've got LFS, as seen by the hashtags, followed in the blue. He is playing China. We have Platypus Slayer in red playing as Mexico. We've got a very good tournament. This is being casted live. This is being played as we speak, so I probably don't actually need to hide that. No, I don't. But we're going to hide it anyways for shits and giggles. Let's see here. We have Platypus Slayer out here. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to go options, right-click camera drag. That's what we want. We want that. And we will go ahead and take a look and see what we got here. Pretty standard stuff. Market start for Platypus seems pretty typical. LFS as China, going with one village. We'll see if he goes with the second one. Grand Chaco is a livestock map, I believe. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mother Nature real quick. We've got some livestock scattered around. Not a ton. We've got the 2 by the ponds here, 2 by the ponds there, and I think there may be 2 more floating around somewhere. But that benefits the China player with the goats and the llamas that no one has collected yet. Oh, there we go. China player's getting these 2. We'll see if no, the Mexico player does not realize that those other 2 are here. We'll see if the China player can capitalize on that. We do not have a deck picked yet for nope, not Mother Nature. For either civ, Mexico is about to pick his deck. Let's see. FF, start F this. I don't know what that is. Well, it's an FF. It's Fast Fortress. F this means it's probably going to be kind of Mimi would be my guess. Let's find out. Good map exploring right here. Treasure. What is this? 100 XP. Oh, he's going to get this treasure steal. He might get this treasure steal. Ooh, let's get on board here. Who gets the treasure? Ooh, nope. It is LFS gets the treasure here. Agustin de Torres is going to have to run away with his tail in between his legs. LFS, meanwhile, let's take a look at his deck. It is just called 1v1. Northern Refugees being the first card, 2 villages, so that's a 3 villager shipment that he got from that. And my guess is T-Export is going to be the next card in the deck. Looks like Platypus Slayer got away with his Explorer. And a hacienda has been built. Not fantastic herding from Platypus, but we did just start to age, so that is okay. Putting the majority of his villagers onto wood, probably for a racks early H2 as we hop over to the scouting. Next shipment going to be incoming. That's obviously going to be an age 2 shipment. Atención. We'll hop over to LFS here. LFS has not done any scouting of Platypus Slayer's base. Looks like he's headed that way right now. These llamas are still unclaimed, which is very interesting. You would think that LFS here, he might be on his way over there right now, actually. Completely passing up this food treasure, 40 food. That is a pretty solid treasure. Not one I would pass up if I'm right there and allow my teammate to get it or my opponent to get it. China aging up with the Summer Palace, fairly standard. And Platypus almost done aging, aged up a little bit faster with Quattrero. I am not particularly familiar with the Mexican age-ups. That is a shortcoming of mine, but we'll see what Quattrero gets him. In 3, 2, 1. Aha, it's this one. The federal state. Oh, that is a pretty good shipment. Artaiga Reforms grants its reward twice, so you get double the federal state age up bonus And the next barracks upgrade is free, so that is a free vet soldado. And then haciendas and population. Pretty solid decision from me. So we hear the stable going up. So that will be veteran Chinacos. Chinacos seems to be the play from Platypus Slayer. Chinacos are probably the best Lancer type unit in the game. Their multipliers are just so good against everything. Really good scouting map-wise. Oh, this is Mother Nature. I am wrong. LFS is going to go for a fast fortress build. Sends T-export, sends 700 coin. Everybody is macroed onto food. So we'll see what happens with this. He does have a blockhouse out from the T-export, from the Russian consulate. And he is training Mongolian army. Mongolian army is Keshiks and Steppe Riders. So Cav, I feel like that might be good into what we see from Platypus Slayer, the Chinacos, but the Chinacos are just so good and the Keshiks are just very weak. So we will see how that shapes up. Quattrero Haciendas coming in to support some population. Very good. Steppe Riders. Platypus Slayer is a China main, so he knows that Mongolian army is coming in, and he's going to know how to deal with this. As down goes the Explorer, and the Padre looks like he's going to be following very shortly. Yeah, looks like he's sacrificed that. Villagers not doing any herding, proper herding, as we see some Keshik raids coming in here. The Quattreros are just going to chase them out, pot shots with the villagers. These Keshiks at 7.25 speed are just going to absolutely run away. They are 0.5 speed faster than the Quattreros. We'll hop back over to here, to LFS, where we see him just about ready to age. Full macro. Where's the button? Very, very well-timed macro, it looks like, from LFS. He's on 17 vills. Platypus is on 25. So slight vill advantage, eco advantage going over to Platypus, the Mexican player. There we go. Some proper herding done. Quattrero is going to dive, chase away the Keshiks. Oh, he's got him snared. This is going to be an absolute wipe for the Mexican player. I have a feeling these Keshiks are just so weak, and the Quattreros, like I said, one of the best units in the game. Yeah, down go the Keshiks. These Chukonus aren't going to do anything. Let's go ahead and turn the Fog of War off and see what we can do here. He was going to send the Artega reforms. Decides against it, is sending Salties instead as he pushes into the base. I think he smells blood potentially. The Jaguars are coming in. Yeah, the pet Jaguar is dead. The villagers running back into the town center. Oh, they get blocked by the Chinacos. Wow. The Chinacos block the villagers from going in. There's 2, there's 3. I think maybe 4 villagers go down from the Chinese player, and the Quattreros bail out for some reinforcements. The Soldados are about to pop in. Yep, there they go. Quattrero is going to back out and try and assault from a different perspective. See if you can find some villagers. All the villagers seem very well protected. LFS is age 3. He aged up with the Porcelain Tower. 29 villagers to 15 villagers. So however many he had trained at that point, he lost. I'd say he lost at least 4 villagers there. Village going down. I don't think there's much that LFS can do about this. He does have res. I don't know. He doesn't have the resources to pop anything but the standard army right now. Oh, and there's a shipment of Changdaos. That'll force the Quattreros or the Chinacos out. I was calling them Quattreros for the longest time. And the Salties are here to try and clean up the Changdao. These Chinacos, man. All right. German allies coming in for the consulate for the Chinese player. Doesn't have diplomatic intrigue, interestingly, so he's spending all of his... He's spending 100 export per to get his mass together. Shipping arquebusiers. Going full military, feeling the pressure a little bit. We'll see what Platypus is up to. He's 18 villagers down to 30. Platypus almost has a double the villager lead. Score lead, 3K score lead. Not great. Not looking great for LFS, the Chinese player here. At this point, there's Arteiga reforms. At this point, I think the Mexican player is just going to remass and see what we can do. Battle going on right here. Again, those Changdao are going to chase the Chinako away. The Soldados have arrived. 3K score lead still, 4K. And no macro for an age up yet. Actually, I am lying to you. He's already aging. Good job keeping his mass alive while he ages. The next 2 cards he gets are San Luis Patriots. Ships an additional Chinako for each shipment you have sent so far. So that's 7 Chinako in his back pocket, as well as Bustamante. Constructing field hospitals, and Soldados gain 10% hit points. That is huge, seeing as they all are already a very good unit. Soldados will be able to face tank these Chukanus, the Changdaos. This is a very big engagement here. Lots of red 10s, some blue 20s going up. The Chinako trying to hop onto these arquebusiers. Not quite getting there. The Changdaos are hopped on top, and that is going to be a pretty, very interesting engagement. Looks like it's going more toward the red player's way. I see a lot more red numbers than I do blue numbers. The Chinako are wiped, but at what cost? These Chukanus are going to have to back up and get chased away by Platypus. These Soldados are now veteran and are just so tanky. We'll go ahead and turn Fog of War off. Lots of resources. He's still only on 30 villagers. He is training some more. And still on 18 villagers for Mexico. So this is a battle of the... At this point, it's going to come down to who can get the proper unit macro, as there's a shipment of veteran Chinako. I believe that is going to be the... Yep, he sent St. Louis Patriots. You got 8 Chinako. Easy remass. All it takes is 40 seconds. Instead of... you don't have to train Vills for that. Man, when they're running slow, those... they just like to twirl that a lot slower than when they're going not at their normal speed. This is going to be a big engagement. If these Chinako can hop on these Arquebuser, and the Soldado can keep the Keshiks and the pikemen at bay, it'll come down to micro, because neither player has a ton of villagers. I mean, obviously 30 is better than 19 right now. 33 is better than 19. Here's the dive. The Chinako are going... Oh, look at that mass. I'm not sure it matters. That's just kind of a critical mass of Chinako right there. They're going to run right by. They're going to get to the Keshiks. They're going to chase the Arquebusers away. This Soldado mass is coming. We've got reinforcements coming. Soldados in the back. Platypus shipping coin behind this for more units. The Chinakos get wiped. An additional town center is going up. Platypus does not have the units anymore to fight this. The Chukanu are going to chase him away. And Platypus still holding on to 3K score lead. I don't know who won that engagement, but Platypus is running away. Fascinating stuff we got going on here, folks. Fascinating fucks. Fascinating stuff. There's another Chinaco batch coming in. And Insurgentes. We see the arrival of the Mexican Strellet onto the battlefield. We're going to hop over to the Chinese player who is just shipped 4 iron flails. Not macroing to age up at all. Only gathering food right now, interestingly, and still only on 21 villagers. I think if Platypus knew how few villagers that his opponent had, this push would be, he'd feel a lot more confident in pushing. The score lead has tightened up a little bit, down to 2K, but all of that is all in military. China's 22 villagers. He is training villagers now. He's getting a good mix of all the infantry, or all of his units. What you don't want to do as China is let Mexico keep doing its thing. There's Lancer units, so that's a buff to the Chinacos coming in, who are all veteran. Insurgentes are there just to be some kind of meat shields. The Soldados. The longer you let Mexico go, the better their units become just with the shipments, and the Soldados are already tanky enough. These two masses. 16 minutes into the game. This is a make or break right here, folks. Everybody's got what they think will counter what the other person has. The only difference here, as the score lead jumps to 5K, is that Platypus, the Mexican player, is at 40 to 25. And here we go. The engagement begins. Maybe not. That is the Chinese player running away. The Chinacos will not get there in time. The Keshiks are there to try and kill the Chinacos. The fight is happening inside the Chinese player's base. Chinaco running away to the protection of the Soldados. Soldados being as tanky as they are, as strong as they are, they're going to try and tank everything. Oh no. The arquebusiers are going to fall. Yep, they're starting to fall. Oh, look at all this red number. All the red numbers popping up. All these villagers still just gathering here. Let's not be on Mother Nature. Let's go over to LFS's point of view. Good hold so far, I gotta say. Let's see if these Chinaco can get on the arquebusiers. Very good hold. These iron flails are doing work, and the meteor hammers chasing away Platypus. Platypus is doing a good job of massing, but he is not able to really do anything besides eliminate the forces of LFS. LFS won this fight pretty handily, I'd say. We'll see if LFS decides to push in after this. The score lead evaporated from 5K down to just over 2, just over 1 now, 1,400, as the entirety of Platypus's mass is dead. And if I were the Chinese player, this is the point that I would push right now. Let's take a look at his Fog of War. He still hasn't really seen much of the Mexico player's base. He doesn't know what kind of... he has no idea what he has going on here. Buffalo Joe, welcome to the recording of Game 2 of Platypus Slayer versus LFS. Very good game we have going on here. I don't know if I'm streaming it or not. Let's see if I can pop that up for you.
My bad, didn't realize you were recording.
No, you're good. You're good. We're going to hop over to Vindy's Hot Takes and keep the stream alive. There we go. Going live. And we are here, ladies
this is a live game
and
right now?
gentlemen. This is a live game. this mass is still growing. Chinese player has been unable to push into Platypus's base. The Mexican player Platypus has been unable to push into the Chinese base. 20 minutes in, everybody's Fortress Age. 48 vills on Platypus Slayer. And LFS on 30. LFS is catching up in villagers. Plat almost had a 2-to-1 vill ratio at one point. And that has slowly slipped away. The lead, score lead, averaging about 2K. Not as high as it used to be.
Mr. Lesbian doesn't want to get too close to those Chinacos, man. That's dangerous territory there.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're right. But the Chinacos have been dealt with pretty handily as hand mortars come in. Like I've mentioned earlier before in this game, Plat is a China main, so he knows how to deal with China. He knows all the tricks they get up to. Lots of blue numbers coming out. This is just, it's not looking good for Plat anymore. He's been unable to make any sort of dent in the Chinese force, and he's been unable to properly get troops out. He's still only has one barracks and one stable, as now the Falcons are going to come in to see if they can deal with these arquebusiers. I'm not sure what Plat can do here at this point to try and turn this around. Chinaco's coming in to try and take out these hand mortars and save the Hacienda. I doubt it'll work. Nope, down goes the Hacienda.
He's trying to get. I think he wanted to get that hand cannon before his falconets popped, because that'll shred the falconet. Oh, they're coming in from the backside.
Oh, the falconet's coming in from the tower. That is a pretty good pop decision. Good shipment.
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of cavalry right around that.
Yeah, no kidding. And those Falcons are just gonna die anyways.
Yeah, they're gonna die, but you know, they got a couple more shots off than they would have normally.
This looks like it's probably gonna be GG from Platypus Slayer, as we're gonna go into a game 3. This mass is at a critical state, and there's really no res despite having a massive vill lead. Plat is unable to get the resources to fend off this push. I mean, I really think he should have placed a forward base, as GG is finally called. If he placed a forward base and was able to support his troops early on in the game, that would make a huge difference in what happened. I mean, when Plat first pushed, he got like a village at most. So that's game 2, folks. We're going to hop right into a game 3 here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.